Hello everybody, it's Wednesday, it's new comic book day. It's time to show off what was on my pull list this week, what I bought from the comic book store. And before I do that, I have a couple of shout outs because two people subscribed to me over the last couple of days, and they were Ireland Van Ventures, which is could be quite an interesting channel, very different to comic books, though their faces are familiar. I think the basic premise of the channel is, from the trailer I've seen, is they're going to buy a camper van, deck it all out, and then go on adventures around Ireland and hopefully, by the sounds of it, the world. They're going to take over the world in a camper van. So if you like the sound of that, something different than the comic books, please go to the channel in the description bar that I'll put in there. I'll put a link to it so you can go and check that out. Also, more traditionally, Longbox Love Affair. He subscribed to me over the last 7 days, and this is your haul videos, your variants, your slabbed books, all that second printing. He obviously has a passion for that side of the comic book collecting. I've checked out a couple of the videos, and yes, your basic haul videos which are fun to watch and see what everyone else is collecting. So please check out their channels in the description bar below, links to them, and if you like what you see and you want to subscribe to them, let them know that you heard them from me. Sunday, new comic book review video. The kind of theme that seemed to be going through that was very unexpected surprises in my comic books that I'm reading at the moment. So if you've not watched that yet, go back to the last but one video and check that out. Thank you to everyone, of course, who has already watched that, commented, give me big thumbs up, great stuff. But you're here for new comics, so here we go. I can't remember what order I put these in. I think I've got about 8 or 9 books this week. One extra because of some comments. I don't know if it was in my Sunday comic book review video or if it was last week's new comic book day, but a couple of people persuaded me, sort of, to try this book out, and I just thought, what the hell, we'll give it a go. And I'll explain why I was hesitant when I show you the comic. I'm going to start with DC this week. Wonder Woman issue number 27. Kind of filler creative team through Shea Fontaine, Andolfo and Fajardo Jr. I wasn't overly impressed with the storyline. It's a very basic Wonder Woman story to fill in between the last writer, Rucka, and whoever's taking it over, who someone told me and I've forgotten already. But it's alright. It's alright. If it's a Wonder Woman week, it's always a Flash week, so we've got Flash issue 27 continuing the Running Scared storyline, which has been a lot of fun, sending our Flash into the future following the Reverse Flash, who's kidnapped Iris, who wants to basically, of course, destroy Flash's life. This, I don't know if this concludes this issue, but it does seem to be very much climaxing to the end of this this particular storyline. As I said, I've had a lot of fun with this, really getting to grips with this kind of post-52 DC Rebirth version of Flash. As I've said in previous ones, I'd like him to be a little less mopey. What I remember him being from the snippets that I have read of Flash in the past, he's always been kind of that very upbeat, funny, kind of quippy kind of character superhero who is there to kind of boost people's morale rather than going around saying how fed up and miserable he is. So hopefully we can move on from that, and Williamson can throw in a bit of lightness to the current run of dark emo Flash, I guess you could call him. But still, I'm enjoying that. Issue 7 of 12 from the Commandy Challenge, and we've got a Sinkovich cover going on the front. The writer and artist on this week is Marguerite Bennett and Dan Jurgens, with Klaus Janson on art, so at least the artwork should be fun. The last couple of issues have been a bit sketchy, we'll say, and as I've kind of said in previous videos, I think the creators have forgotten that this is meant to be a celebration and a tribute to Jack Kirby and his 100th birthday. So and they've kind of gone to the other side of the extreme of that kind of innocence and light and humour that Kirby had in his books, and have gone deadpan serious, very kind of dark and almost adult-like. And it started off with glimpses and flashes of the kind of Kirby innocence in that age, and it's just gradually grown darker and darker, which is a shame, because Commandy's a great character, one of my favourite, if not the favourite, Kirby creation he's done. But I'm in for the long haul. I'm going to complete these whole 12 issues and see how the writers end up kind of finishing this all off. Moving on to Marvel, got 3 books from them this week. Still hanging on to The Punisher from Becky Cloonan. It feels like we've not seen this title for maybe it missed a month out. It seems to have been a while, which is probably a good thing, because it's kind of made me forget how bad Becky Cloonan has been for a while. Hopefully she's taken time to, you know, gather her thoughts about the character and what she needs to do with it to bring it back to the strong Punisher Frank Castle storytelling that we've known for years. Because Punisher is a great character when used very well, but Becky's just not doing justice to him at the moment. But I'm clinging on. I'm clinging on by a thread. Issue 8 of XMen Blue, still tying in with the Secret Empire storyline. Great, I'm sure that must be Art Adams, cover, Arthur Adams, yeah. Still Arthur Adams doing the covers. Love this, love these. The storyline just kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know if it's kind of fitted in and makes sense if you read Secret Empire. I highly doubt it, but there just seems to be kind of no rhyme or reason why all this is going on, firstly in XMen Blue to begin with, apart from the fact that, yeah, let's tie in lots of the titles going on around it. So I will be happy when that is removed and they can get back to doing what they do best. So that's that one. The final Marvel one is the one, I think it came out last week, and I wasn't sure because I was like, I've already got an X book on my pull list, do I really want another one? Then I was told that this was going to be a maxi series. It's only meant to be lasting 12 issues, and there's going to be, much like Commandy, there's going to be different artists on each issue. Whether the writer is staying on it, Charles Soule, I'm not sure, but I thought I'd give Astonishing XMen issue number 1 a chance. I do remember being rather naughty last week when it was there, and I don't know why I do this sometimes, but I ended up looking at the last page and a little bit of surprise there. Again, another one of those issues that, because I've picked it up a week late, I may or may not talk about in Sunday's video. We'll see if it's worth talking about. That's all the Marvel books. 3 more to go, 1 each from each publishing house. Dark Horse Comics, we've got Conan the Slayer, issue number 11. Really like that cover, the colours in that. Let's find out who did the cover on this. Cover art, Thomas Grindberg. I'm not overly familiar with that artist, but I do like that cover. This is part 5 of The Devil in the Iron. I don't know if this, I think this might be concluding this current storyline, but generally good stuff from Cullen Bunn. Lots of kind of adventuring, slashing, swords, shields, double dealings, Conan in the middle of it, making a hash of it, and then sort of getting through it all. But just good, fun, fantasy stuff from this book. From Valiant, we've got issue number 5 of Makins XMen War, which has been a real surprise for me, and I'm so glad I picked this up. It looks amazing, and even when Doug Braithwaite came on last issue, unfortunately we did still have the colouring of Diego Rodriguez on here, but this book is just gorgeous to look at. Trying to find a nice page in here if there's any. It's usually a nice little double spread going on. Well, I'll show you the first page anyway, but just great stuff. Basically it's Conan in space, on a different planet kind of storyline, which probably that's what's appealing to me just as much as our main character Alric. I always forget his name. Arik is kind of making his way, perhaps unwillingly, up the ranks of this army of his now adopted homeland. And again, this is another case of like people with their own secret agendas, the backstabbing, using Arik and his band of outcasts as basically cannon fodder on various suicide missions, but managing to come back the other side alive. But great stuff. I would very highly recommend you buy this. And finally, from Image, issue number 45 of a Saga. Can you believe it? 45 issues of this, and it just seems to have or seems to see no signs of stopping, which is great because Saga is always at least a solid read, however flaky and silly it sometimes gets. But always look forward to Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples throwing out some sci-fi weirdness at us. That's it this week for my comics. Let me know down there in the description, not in the description, but in the comments section, what you picked up this week. I didn't see much in the way of new number 1s, but I may have missed them, so let me know. Give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and you like what you saw. You want to hear about what I thought of those books, check me out on Sunday, where I'll have a comic book review video for you, explaining my thoughts and opinions. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.